1. Brain. Brain is widely considered the first PC virus, created in Pakistan, at a time when personal computing mostly relied on floppy disks and MS-DOS commands. Brain targeted the boot sector of floppy disks. Whenever an infected disk was used on another computer, the virus spread. Most users didn't notice anything unusual except a small text claiming their software is infected. For modern standards, it was harmless, but in 1986, it was revolutionary. Suddenly, users were paranoid about floppy disks, and antivirus software became a thing. Brain proved that even in a world without the internet, software could find creative ways to cause trouble. 2. Michelangelo. Michelangelo activated on March 6th, timed with the famous artist's birthday. It was a boot sector virus, spreading through floppy disks like Brain, but gaining fame thanks to media hype. Panic ensued, even though the actual damage was limited. Many users rushed to antivirus stores, installing protective software they might never have needed. Michelangelo was the first virus to combine technical annoyance with psychological fear, showing that sometimes perception can be as dangerous as the virus itself. 3. CIH Chernobyl. CIH, nicknamed Chernobyl, could overwrite hard drives and, in extreme cases, corrupt the BIOS. This made infected machines effectively unbootable. CIH was no longer a prank. It caused real financial and operational damage. Students lost assignments, businesses lost workdays, and some people had to replace motherboards. CIH demonstrated that malware had matured. It wasn't just annoying, it could destroy hardware and data. For Windows users in the late 1990s, it was a wake-up call about the fragility of digital life. 4. Melissa. Melissa spread via infected Word documents sent through email. Once opened, it emailed itself to the first 50 contacts in Outlook, overloading mail servers and creating corporate chaos. Unlike previous viruses, Melissa relied on social engineering, people opening documents because they looked normal. Companies quickly realized email could be a vector for infection, leading to tighter policies and awareness campaigns. Melissa showed that human behavior was often the weak link in cybersecurity. 5. I love you. I love you disguised itself as a love letter in an email attachment. Millions of users clicked the attachment, spreading the virus globally. It could overwrite files, steal passwords, and cause billions of dollars in damages. I love you was mass hysteria in digital form, proving that emotional manipulation was as powerful as technical cleverness. The virus also taught businesses and users to never trust attachments, even if they appear friendly. 6. Nimda. Nimda was highly sophisticated, spreading through email, network shares, and websites. It propagated through multiple vectors simultaneously, making it extremely fast and difficult to contain. Organizations scrambled to patch vulnerabilities and educate employees. Nimda's speed and complexity demonstrated that malware was evolving, no longer a simple prank, but a strategic threat to global networks. 7. Code Red. Code Red targeted Microsoft IIS web servers, defacing websites and attempting DDoS attacks. It spread to hundreds of thousands of systems, including government websites, hospitals, and corporate servers. Unlike consumer-focused viruses, Code Red showed that malware could impact infrastructure and the economy, highlighting the growing importance of enterprise cybersecurity. It forced companies to rethink server security and patch management. 8. Blaster. Blaster exploited a Windows XP vulnerability, crashing machines and displaying the infamous message, "I just want to say, boo." Its automatic spread demonstrated the dangers of unpatched systems and zero-day vulnerabilities. Blaster caused widespread frustration, prompting Microsoft to accelerate security updates and warning users that ignoring Windows Update could lead to serious consequences. 9. Sasser. Sasser repeatedly rebooted infected computers, affecting businesses, hospitals, and home users. It spread through network vulnerabilities, emphasizing the importance of patches. Many organizations experienced downtime, highlighting that even minor negligence in security practices could have major operational consequences. Sasser marked the era when malware began affecting real-world productivity, not just personal annoyance. 10. Conficker. Conficker infected millions of Windows XP, Vista, and 7 machines, creating botnets that could be remotely controlled. It persisted for years, proving malware could be stealthy and difficult to remove. Organizations invested heavily in antivirus software and network monitoring. Conficker represented a new phase in malware evolution. Persistence, stealth, and scale became as important as destructive power. 11. Stuxnet. Stuxnet was a groundbreaking virus targeting industrial industrial control systems rather than personal PCs. It disrupted nuclear centrifuges in Iran, making it the first malware with tangible physical consequences. Stuxnet highlighted the geopolitical potential of malware and how Windows vulnerabilities could be exploited in sophisticated cyber warfare campaigns. It marked a turning point, proving that malware could now affect not just data, but real-world infrastructure. 12. WannaCry. WannaCry ransomware exploited a Windows vulnerability to encrypt files and demand Bitcoin payment. Hospitals, governments, and businesses were heavily affected. It spread globally in days, disrupting operations and costing billions. WannaCry showcased modern ransomware at scale, emphasizing the importance of system updates, backups, and cybersecurity awareness in an increasingly connected world. 13. NotPetya. NotPetya masqueraded as ransomware, but was designed to destroy data. It spread quickly through corporate networks, affecting multinational companies worldwide. Unlike traditional viruses, NotPetya blurred the lines between malware and cyber warfare, proving that Windows security could have far-reaching economic and operational consequences. 14. Ryuk Maze. Revel. These ransomware families targeted enterprise networks with precision. They spread via phishing emails, weak credentials, or network vulnerabilities. The attacks caused major financial losses, downtime, and reputational damage. Malware became a professional business, marking a shift from consumer-focused viruses to criminal enterprise operations exploiting Windows systems. 15. Emotet. Emotet was modular, spreading through email attachments and enabling further payloads like TrickBot or ransomware. Its adaptability and persistence showed that Windows malware had evolved into dynamic, self-sustaining threats. Emotet was a clear warning that users needed multi-layered protection, antivirus, patching, and careful email hygiene. 16. Conti. Conti ransomware targeted enterprises worldwide, encrypting files and demanding multi-million-dollar ransoms. It spread through phishing emails, remote desktop vulnerabilities, and unsecured network protocols. Conti attacks were highly organized, sometimes leaving detailed instructions for victims on how to pay the ransom. It demonstrated the professionalization of ransomware. Malware was no longer a prank or opportunistic. It was a business model. Organizations realized they needed robust incident response plans and strong cybersecurity policies. 17. Lockbit. Lockbit became one of the most aggressive ransomware families in recent years. Unlike Conti, it embraced automation, allowing attackers to rapidly encrypt entire corporate networks with minimal human intervention. Lockbit also popularized double extortion, where attackers exfiltrate data and threaten public release if ransoms aren't paid. This raised the stakes, making Windows security critical not only for operations but also for protecting sensitive corporate data. Lockbit showed that ransomware was evolving to exploit human fear as much as technical vulnerabilities. 18. Black Cat ALPHV. Black Cat, also known as ALPHV, is a modern ransomware strain that operates as a ransomware as a service RAS platform. It's modular, highly customizable, and designed for speed and stealth. Black Cat targets large organizations, encrypting Windows-based networks and often bypassing traditional security measures. Its flexibility and professional operation highlight how Windows remains a prime target, even decades after the first viruses. Black Cat represents the current era of ransomware: fast, strategic, and financially devastating. From Brain in 1986 to Black Cat in 2025, Windows malware has transformed from harmless experiments to highly organized tools of cybercrime and cyber warfare. Lessons remain consistent: keep systems updated, maintain backups, educate users about phishing and suspicious files, and invest in a robust cybersecurity infrastructure. Each malware family tells the story of its time, reflecting both technological advances and human behavior. While the classic self-replicating virus is mostly gone, Windows continues to be a high-value target, and the battle between attackers and defenders continues unabated.